Hey, what's going on? Good morning. Happy Friday to you. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hope it's beautiful where you live. Maybe it's cold. It's not cold here in sunny Florida. It is a beautiful, maybe 70 degrees. Getting ready to take a little road trip with my son. We got everything packed up in the truck, about ready to head on the road. And before I do, I was thinking about just raising kids and thinking about how I was as a parent. You know, if you have a kid, if you have a teenager or maybe an older one, you think back and maybe how you did things. Like you're like, man, if I could only have that if I could only do that over again. No regrets, right? But there's definitely sometimes some wishing to be forgettable moments in parenthood. But now here we are, and I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old, and I would say they're still alive, so that's a good sign. But it's kind of like with when you think of back when you made some choices, think about in your weight loss journey, right? It's like, ooh, I wish I could have a do-over. Do you ever feel that way? If you do, this message is for you. Do-overs. How many do-overs do you need to get the weight off for good? That's the question of the hour. It is Friday. I know it's getting ready for a weekend. Maybe you have some plans. I know a lot of times the weekends can become people's week ends, because the week you do well on Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday comes along and things start to kind of fall apart, and maybe the weekend you just say, just screw it, let's just wait till we get back into Monday, another Monday. Oh my gosh, the holidays are around the corner, right? And if you could only have a do-over, right? I know I talk to people who have tried, who've struggled, who've tried to get the weight off, and like, if I could only do this over. Like, I thought it was hard in my 30s, but now I'm in my 40s and it's way harder to lose weight. I really wish I paid more attention. Or you're in your 50s maybe. This may sound like you're in your 50s and you're thinking, man, if I could just have a do-over when I was in my 40s, I think I'd do this differently. Maybe I wouldn't try so many diet approaches, or every New Year's comes around, try a New Year's resolution. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. And honestly, it's not your fault. I know a lot of times we get sold into believing all of the quick fixes, all of the potions and pills, and honestly, it's hard. Even me as a coach, it's hard. I can't compete with some of those. I know they'll come around in the new year. I don't have a commercial on at 2 a.m. when you're feeling guilty and you go in the freezer and you eat that ice cream. But I can tell you, I know exactly how many do-overs it takes for you to get the weight off for good. You want to know how many do-overs it takes? As many as it takes. As many as it takes. Now, I'm going to encourage you, if you are finding yourself doing it over, meaning, let's just say you have 30 pounds, and maybe you've lost 30 pounds, you put back on 30 pounds, and you lost 30 pounds, and you put 30 pounds back on, and maybe more, maybe less, anywhere in between. Let's just say, if you could look back at what you did to get that weight off before, and you could do it over again, there's two things to think about. Is what happened, do you think, the last time around? Now, maybe something got in the way, life changed, but something happened, right? And maybe you fell off the wagon. And this is not to rehash maybe some hopefully wanting to forget memories, right? But here you are, and the way it works to get the weight off completely, to get it off for good, is when you do it over, you might want to think about doing it over differently. You see, doing it over differently means taking a different approach. And unfortunately, a lot of times we get kind of caught up in all the hoopla, right? And all of the marketing efforts of media and commercials and all those things. And you're going to hear about all of the Peloton and all of the gym memberships and all those things, right? And if it didn't work before, right, I want to just say, you're maybe thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do it over and try again. But before you do, you might want to look at how you did it and maybe think about a different approach. Now, I'm only one coach, and I know for a lot of people I'm not the right fit, but I bet there's one or two of you may be listening to this right now, who are saying to yourself, man, I can't go back and change what's already done. What's done is done, but I'd like to do it differently this time. I'd like to really be at my last do-over, right? I would say is, if this could be your last do-over, if you close your eyes for a minute and think about doing it over for the last time. Can you imagine? You see, one of my missions as a coach, as a weight loss and fitness expert for men and women over 40, is to help people have their last do-over. Like, there'd be nothing more if you're that person and You've told me, Mark, I've done it so many different times and I've always, come up short, or I put the weight back on, and here we are. It's another year. I'm another year older. I'm really just exhausted of it. I have a message for you. You can do it different if you choose to do it different. You can get the help that you need rather than chase down a potion pill or formula that's crazy to think that that's going to keep the weight off forever. And I want to encourage you to maybe think about a different approach. Now, 2022 is going to be a breakthrough year. How do I know that? Because 2021 was. And you know what? For me personally, in my fitness journey, I'm going to be 50 years old. I know some of you may be older and you're like, oh, you're just so young. 50 years old in September of 2022. This is going to be a breakthrough year for me. This is going to be a breakthrough year for a lot of my coaching students, and it potentially could be a breakthrough year for you to get off the weight loss journey once and for all. If you are ready to have your breakthrough year, send me a message privately with the word breakthrough, and me and my team will make sure we take care of you and get you off that weight loss journey as soon as we possibly can. Take care. God bless. Have an awesome weekend.